The Ukrainian president's efforts to secure an independent Orthodox Church began in 2016, when he discussed the issue of autocephaly with Ecumenical Patriarch Bartholomew. 2 years later, Petro Poroshenko officially requested that Constantinople grant autonomy to the Ukrainian Church. Then it was ratified by the Ukrainian parliament.
З Божою поміччю прошу проголосувати.
In July 2018, a delegation of the Ecumenical Patriarchate came to Kiev to take part in the ceremonies marking 1,030 years since the baptism of Kievan Rus. Metropolitan Emmanuel announced the decision of Constantinople.
Of the Holy Synod of the Ecumenical Patriarchate to open the procedure for the final aim, the granting of autocephaly to the Church of Ukraine.
In late August, Patriarch Kirill of Moscow arrived in Constantinople, aiming to change Bartholomew's decision. But Bartholomew, who is considered first among equals of Eastern Orthodox clerics, refused to retract his decision, saying that Ukraine will receive the Tomos of autocephaly. In September 2018, the Ecumenical Patriarch appointed Archbishop Daniel of Pamplona from the US and Bishop Hilarion of Edmonton from Canada as his exarchs in Kiev. For more than a month, they have been collecting information on whether Ukraine, its authorities, people and clergy are ready to get an independent church. Historical documents of 1686 were released on the official website of the Ecumenical Patriarchate. These materials prove that Constantinople has never fully transferred the Kiev Metropolitanate under the jurisdiction of the Moscow Patriarchate.
The right to ordain bishops and metropolitans of Kiev was granted temporarily, but it is not the property right for all eternity. It was Byzantium which created the Kiev Metropolitanate. Therefore, the Ecumenical Patriarch has good reasons to consider his church as maternal in relation to the Church of Kiev.
On the 11th of October, the exarchs of Bartholomew delivered a report on Ukraine.
In this building, Ecumenical Patriarch Bartholomew convenes the sessions of the Holy Synod. Since these meetings are held behind closed doors, we cannot attend them. But we know that a landmark decision to bring back the Ukrainian Orthodox Church under the jurisdiction of Constantinople has been taken here.
Members of the Holy Synod confirmed their decision to grant autocephaly to the Ukrainian Church and remove the anathema from Patriarch Philaret of Kiev and all Rus Ukraine, as well as Metropolitan Makary of the Unified Orthodox Church in Ukraine. The Synod has also reversed a decision taken by Constantinople in the 17th century.
To revoke the legal binding of the synodal letter of the year 1686, issued for the circumstances of that time, which granted the right through economia to the Patriarch of Moscow.
The Russian Orthodox Church broke off its relations with the Patriarchate of Constantinople. Later, Russian President Vladimir Putin convened a meeting of the Security Council to discuss the religious situation in Ukraine. Theologian Viktor Yelensky says that Russia attempted to obstruct the rise of the independent Ukrainian Church in every possible way.
Members of the Russian parliament visited the capitals of the Orthodox states and demanded them to torpedo the Ukrainian scenario. Russian diplomats tried to bribe the Greek metropolitans, and because of this, Greece expelled the 2 diplomats. Russian hackers attempted to hack the mailboxes of Greek metropolitans dealing with the Ukrainian issue.
In late November, the Holy Synod approved a draft charter of the Ukrainian Church and the text of the Tomos on granting autocephaly. On December 15th, the Unification Council of the Ukrainian Orthodox Churches elected Metropolitan Bishop Epiphanius as the head of the Ukrainian Orthodox Church. On the 6th of January, he will receive the Tomos on autocephaly from Ecumenical Patriarch Bartholomew, just after a service of worship at St. George's Cathedral. Reported by Olga Mikhaluk, UATV.